Alright guys, on today's gear review, I'm going to be talking about my brand new Portal brand folding aluminum table. Actually two different sizes of this table that you can pick up. So today I'm going to run you through the 4-foot one, the larger one. I am going to talk a little bit about the smaller one because they are a little different, and I want you to know kind of the benefits of both and why I went with the larger table. If you're new to the channel, my name's Fletch. This is all things overlanding. Basically we talk about overlanding gear, modifications, Nissan Xteras because that's what I drive, and just overlanding in general, particularly on a budget. So if that's something you're interested in, definitely click that subscribe button down below, click the bell to be notified when new videos drop, and I'd love to see you in the comments. Really briefly, before I touch on more details on this Portal table, I did want to talk about my featured partners. These guys don't pay me $1 million a month or anything to talk about them. I just happen to have met them, learned a lot about their brands, and I just really love giving them some exposure and helping them out because they make great products. So first, Overland Addict sells everything to do with overlanding. Click the link down below in the description to see all the stuff that he's got for sale on his store. Last US Bags sells a ton of awesome, high quality overlanding bags. So trash bags, tool rolls, stuff for your cooking utensils and gear. So they are awesome brand with great quality products. Check them out with the link below. More Expo. It's coming up in February 2021. It's an annual thing, the biggest Midwest overlanding expo around. It's amazing and I can't wait to go this year, so click below on that link to get your tickets and come see me. And then last but not least, Northology Adventures. Again, a free, amazing resource for overlanders. It's a great quality, really well edited, free magazine that comes out every month. So definitely click through that link, go and subscribe to that and get your free copy. So without further ado, let's talk about this Portal table. All right guys, so let's start with setup. The really nice thing is it has two separate pockets, so you have the tabletop in one part and then the legs in the other, which just kind of prevents any rubbing or damage to the legs. Also prevents rattling, which is really nice. So let's take out the legs first. So here are the legs. Now here's part of why I got this. Setup is super easy, so watch this. The legs just kind of come apart as one starts to come up, then the other one starts to come up, and that's your table. You lock these bits into place, and you have a tabletop. So these joints just kind of lock just like that, and you're all set. Now you may notice right now it's a little wobbly, right? This is the larger 4-foot table, so it does not have the fully adjustable legs, but it does have one leg that's adjustable to fix this exact problem. So you see how it's wobbly? You loosen up the lock down here, you put your leg out where you want it, and then that secures the table. So now let's put the tabletop in. Tabletop is really nice because of how thinly it stores. But so you'll notice here, let me show you. So one side has a loop on it, and then the other has sort of a C-shaped clamp. You need to put the loop side on first. So I'm going to put that in the back here. So I'm just going to lay it down. Line up your loops with the black poles. Slide them on there, just like that. And just like that. There we go. Got to make sure that your legs are all locked in place or it's not going to attach. So but just like that, you slide it out, and then all you have to do is take these C-shaped clamps and just click them on. This one already was kind of on. So just like that though, your tabletop is secured, the whole thing is leveled, it's very strong. I've probably put 75-100 pounds worth of stuff on here. I've got a fully loaded 7-gallon water jug that I put on here. I put tools on it, I put cooking stuff. You could grill on this, you could do all kinds of things with this thing. So again, setup is super easy. Pros and cons, right? So pros are that it folds down to a relatively small size. It actually fits in this bag right here, so that gives you a good idea. It's about 4 feet long, probably about 8 or 10 inches thick. So if you have room for something like that, that's a good option. I went with this one because of the fact that it folds up long ways like this, so I can put it across my back seat. It stores down a little easier. A lot of the alternatives like Redcamp and things like that, I'll put a link in the description to those as well, are more of like a briefcase style where they fold in half. I thought about that, and I kind of had to think a lot about my overall gear layout and kind of what I had and what I needed. So for me, that was just a little bit big. It's probably, you know, I mean, think about this. It's basically this folded in half. So then you've got this big fixed static block, right? So it doesn't fold down as thin, and you're going to definitely have this big, odd, weird shaped table that you have to find a spot for in your gear setup. So I decided to go with this style because of the way that it folds down. Here's what's included in the bag. I'll start with that. First of all, this bag is just really nice. Like, it's actually really thick material. And the other kind of cool thing that I like is, of course, it's got one of these sort of standard adjustable cinches on the top. But what I really like that I hadn't really thought about is it is segmented. Let me come over here to you. It is segmented here in the middle of the bag, if you can see that, into two sections basically, which allows you to store the tabletop in one section and then the legs of the table in the other section, which prevents rattling, keeps it from being super loud and rattly, also keeps it from getting scratched up or wearing over time as they, you know, all sit in the same bag together. In addition to the table and the bag, so basically there's the tabletop which comes off, and then there's the legs which fold down. You also get this mesh net. Now, I'm not sure honestly that I'm going to use this a whole lot. For me, this is kind of a but it's still nice to have. Like, I'd rather have it and not need it than not have it and need it. But so basically what you do with this is underneath of the table, there are little hooks that you can attach this to. So basically you could hang this up underneath of the table. Let me show you this. Basically, you can hang this up underneath of the table for some additional storage. Which again, just kind of a nice little feature to be able to throw, you know, some maybe like bread and softer stuff that you don't want to get smushed. You throw that underneath the table, you can get to it if you need it, but it's out of the way until you do. So again, dimensions, I'm going to put the dimensions up on the screen of this thing. I went with this one because it's the bigger table. I wanted as much surface area as possible so that I could set up, you know, my big 7-gallon water jug, my wash basin, my drying rack, put all my food out, kind of do food prep and cooking on it. So that's why I went with the larger one. Now, one con that you can probably see, and now I'm a tall guy, I'm 6'2", but this thing only comes up about 3 feet probably off the ground or so. So it's a little low. And the legs on the larger table are not adjustable, with one caveat. So basically, back here on the back, there is one leg that adjusts, you know, a few inches up and down, and that is to stop it from wobbling. So the nice thing is you can adjust it up and down based on the terrain, and that will level it so that it doesn't move back and forth, which is really nice. But it does not have all 4 legs that adjust up. And the reason I mentioned that is, like I said earlier in the video, there are 2 different variations of this table. There's one that's about a foot smaller, so it's about 3 feet instead of 4 feet. And again, I'm going to put links in the description to all these tables. But that one does have adjustable legs on it. All 4 legs adjust via a pin system, right? So you push in the pin, slide it out to the hole that you want, and lock it in. So that one, if you want something that's a little bit higher and you're okay with slightly less surface area, then that may be a good option for you. So again, I just wanted to give you both options on that because they're both made by the same company. The overall design is pretty similar. There's just those couple of differences. All right, guys, so that was the quick review and sort of operation manual, if you will, for the Portal folding table. Again, I hope that was helpful for you guys. I really like this table, aside from it being a little short, which is my only sort of complaint. The size of it is great. The fact that it folds down so small is really nice. This is a major upgrade to what I had previously, which was just kind of a small folding aluminum table, and then like a briefcase style that took up a ton of space. So I'm super excited about it. Great Christmas present. So thanks to my brother for that. But yeah, that is the table. If you guys have any questions, if you guys are using something similar, I'd love to hear from you guys down in the description below. Let me know what you're doing. Let me know what you guys are using. Let me know if you have different pieces of gear that you like that solve a similar problem. And of course, if there are questions, just let me know because I'm happy to answer all of them. So thanks again for watching. Appreciate you guys. If you don't already, check out the description down below for links to Facebook, Instagram, and the podcast. Go and subscribe over there too. If you like hanging out on Facebook, let's chat. All right, so I hope you guys have a great week, and we'll see you next time.